Could one of the most outdated traditions in sports be coming to an end? Welcome into your Denver Sports Daily for May 22nd. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel Vigil.
It's a good question, but why have we been using a chain gang when we have microchips in football? So could it mean that one of the most outdated traditions in sports could finally be coming to an end? The NFL plans to try an electronic system for measuring first downs during preseason games. If the trial is successful and receives approval, the tracking system will be fully implemented for the 2024 NFL regular season. The NFL has approved a plan that will see optical first down tracking rolled out in every single stadium ahead of the upcoming slate of preseason games. It ran pilot programs last year at MetLife and Hard Rock in addition to the Super Bowl as well. And if things go smoothly, the technology could become the primary measuring method as soon as the regular season. However, the outlet notes that the chain gang will still have physical presence on the sidelines to both provide a point of reference and serve as a backup if something goes awry. I am kind of on board for this, but there's also nothing better than being like, okay, where is the chain going to line up? And instead, technology is just going to show it. So I'm kind of like old school on this of I love watching them pull out the chain and you're like waiting to see as soon as they do that final pull. But I also understand that this is literally 2024 and we should probably just use the technology we've been given. Let me know how you feel in the comments, though. I'm very curious. Moving on to the Denver Broncos. Phil Simms on Bo Nix as he joined his son podcast. Of course, he's going to say the personalities are going to match when it comes to Sean Payton and the new quarterback. Take a listen.
Well, first off, the personalities are going to match.
Right.
I mean, Bo Nix, his father's a coach. I think he won a state championship down in Alabama this year. So he's the man. So you right away, that just tells you kind of who Bo Nix is going to be. Then if you watched him play, he's another one. I watched him during the season. I liked him. I said he looks bigger than 6'2". I don't know what it is. He's long-legged.
Yeah.
He's got great size. I think he's very mobile. I think he didn't get the credit he deserved there. And, his arm strength. And is it elite? No. But he does make a lot of power throws every single game.
He was another one I would say towards the last week you kept calling me going, man, this Bo Nix, I don't know why anybody wouldn't like him. He makes one great throw, one great decision after another. And there's plenty of power throws on the
Yeah, there is.
He does make a lot of power throws every single game. I'm excited to see Bo Nix for the first time tomorrow. Media is finally going to be allowed to go out to OTAs to see the veterans and the rookies compete. So I'm very, very excited. Of course, we'll be bringing all the coverage down there over there at UC Health Training Center. Moving on to Aaron Rodgers because he is well on his way to starting the season fully healthy. Rodgers had a strong practice performance on Tuesday, completing 8 of his 10 throws in 11-on-11 drills, which included 2 touchdown passes. He also connected on all 5 of his passes in 7-on-7 work. After the workout, he told reporters, I feel like I can do anything. I can run at top speed. It's just in those moments, the reactions coming naturally. The 4-time NFL MVP could have chosen to embark on a political career, though, as the vice presidential running mate for independent Robert Kennedy Jr., or he could choose to return to football for his 20th season. And he explained, I love Bobby and we had a few nice conversations, but there were really 2 options, retire and be his VP or keep playing. And I want to keep playing. Kennedy is running as a third-party independent candidate in November's presidential election, and he eventually chose Nicole Shanahan as his running mate. So how do you feel? Obviously, we've seen a lot of Aaron Rodgers recently on some of his personal beliefs and such on different podcasts. How would you have felt if he decided to retire and run as a vice president? I think it would have been very interesting, and I think he probably would have got a few votes, and then a few others would have said absolutely not. Moving on to the NBA now. The Boston Celtics had a late rally to force overtime against the Indiana Pacers before emerging with a 133-128 win in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Tuesday. Boston's Jaylen Brown sank a 3-pointer from the corner with 6.1 seconds remaining to tie the score at 117 and 117 to take it to overtime. Then Jason Tatum made a crucial late 3-pointer to push the Celtics to a victory and a 1-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. I know that the Pacers head coach came out and said that this was his fault, why they ended up losing. He should have called the timeout, advanced the basketball, and then been able to figure out a game plan from there. But unfortunately, they don't, and Boston takes the lead. Game 2 is Thursday in Boston at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Now, this makes me really sad to talk about. The NBA is finalizing media right deals with ESPN, NBC, and Amazon later this week. The 2024-2025 season will officially be the last season of Inside the NBA on TNT with Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, and Shaquille O'Neal. The NBA is closing on the media rights, which will total over $7 billion. Just breaks my heart a little bit. I'm like, this is the best show on television, in my personal opinion, the best sports show. Nobody else does it like they do. And anytime they have somebody else besides that four at the desk, I'm always like, oh, okay, like it'll be good, but it won't be as good. I think this is just devastating news. And also, did you guys hear Tim Legler say that ESPN execs told him Pacers were quote unquote not sexy enough to cover intensely? It definitely makes you wonder about the Denver Nuggets if that topic has been awry and kind of, been talked about when it comes to the Nuggets. I just feel like this makes me sad. They're going to take it away from the TNT, and then ESPN execs are telling people that, certain teams aren't sexy enough to cover. Just breaks my heart a little bit. I'm very curious if you guys love those four at the TNT desk. It's just, I don't know. I'm really sad about it, to be completely honest with you. That was my favorite show, and I just don't know if I'm going to ever find a love like I have there. So it's just kind of a huge bummer. All right, we'll move on to another one, because in a first of a kind case, a college athlete is suing the coach of a major program over a botched NIL deal. I have a feeling we're going to start to see a lot of these different things. Georgia quarterback Jaden Rashaw has filed a lawsuit against Florida head coach Billy Napper and a major booster, claiming he was promised a $13.85 million deal that never materialized. He also claims he turned down a $9.5 million offer from Miami due to pressure from Florida, only for the Gator Collective to terminate the deal with less than a month later. I think we're going to see a lot of things. If these athletes are promised certain things after they sign contracts and then all of a sudden they don't get anything, I think we are going to see a lot of universities get sued. We're going to see more head coaches get sued. I think it's going to get a little bit dirty here. It opened up a great thing for athletes. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that they should be paid because they bring in so much money. But this type of money, I think you're going to see quite a few lawsuits coming. Let me know your thoughts on this, because it's definitely going to be interesting. And if you think we're going to start seeing more and more of it, for sure. The Bengals, they are planning some big-time improvements to Paycor Stadium, which if you're a Broncos fan, you should definitely pay attention to this. The team announced Tuesday it would spend between $100 and $120 million on upgrades, including updated video and audio systems, renovations to suite and club lounges, concession upgrades, and beautification projects. The Bengals are set to begin their 25th season at Paycor, formerly known as Paul Brown Stadium, and the upgrades are expected to be completed by 2026. So, why I say this is important for Denver Bronco fans is because obviously there are rumors that the Walton Penner Group could possibly be looking at building a new stadium or just upgrading Empower Field at Mile High. We've already seen quite a few upgrades with the big screens, the audio systems. Some of the suites have gotten upgrades as well. But again, is it just worth it to invest, $100 to $120 million, which is crazy money if we're being honest? Or is it just totally worth it to build different stadiums? Because we're seeing both sides of it. Some teams are just like, we're going to build new stadiums completely, and some are just going to try and upgrade their stadiums as is. Last one for you on this Wednesday. The police officers who arrested Scottie Scheffler outside of the PGA Championship will be investigated to make sure they followed proper protocol, according to Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg. Scheffler was arrested and charged with second-degree assault of a police officer after he was stopped while trying to enter the Valhalla Golf Club for the second day of the tournament. One officer was reportedly injured after he was dragged by Scheffler's car, and Greenberg says no body cam footage of the encounter exists. Scheffler was booked and released and competed in the rest of the tournament, finishing tied for 8th place with a score of 6 under. His arrangement is set for June. I find it very fascinating that there is no body cam footage. The whole thing was kind of crazy. I know that there was all sorts of ESPN's alert going out on that day where it was like he was arrested, he wasn't going to make his tee time, he's out, he's on his way down to the course, makes his tee time, and then of course on day one he actually shot pretty well as well. So I think it's going to be interesting. I'll definitely be paying attention to kind of what ends up happening if they do get any body cam footage, or did somebody turn off the body cam footage? Again, just a very unique situation that will be kind of interesting to follow for sure. And then we've also got your Rockies schedule for you here on this Wednesday. The Rockies lost yesterday 5-4, but they will of course play again tonight, 7:40 p.m. Mountain Time against the Oakland A's. So make sure you tune into that one. If you are a baseball fan, want to read just a few of your comments. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Rachel. Always enjoy this. Thanks for spending just a little bit of your time with me. I cannot express my gratitude enough. Smash that like button and share, guys, please. And thank you. That definitely helps us get out to more Colorado sports fans. And obviously we talk a little bit more than just Colorado sports here on Denver Sports Daily. So, just sports fans in general to be able to get a little bit of, stuff that they can take with them on their day. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers is my favorite non-Broncos player, and it's not about his play on the field. Okay, to each their own. Good morning, Rachel. Have a great day. Thank you so much. I love the orange and blue hearts. I'm so excited to go out to UC Health Training Center tomorrow. I can't even begin to describe it. I couldn't go the last time they had the rookie mini camp just because of I can't remember if it was abs or nuggets, but I was down there. So I'm really excited to see what Bo Nix looks like. Andrew Mason is going to be on Coffee Break with me tomorrow. So we're going to be able to dive into everything that you need to know. So it'll be really good. So make sure you tune into that one. Let's see. There were supposedly street cameras that caught the action across the street. That will be very interesting to see. Again, I'm just kind of invested in this whole entire thing. As somebody in media who whenever I show up to Ball Arena, this is going to make me sound kind of cocky in a way, but whenever I show up, I literally just flash a credential or something and they just are like, okay, go on your way. I'm sure he probably had some sort of credential or something to say, hey, I'm a golfer. I can go wherever I need to go to get there. So I'm just going to be really interested to see how this all plays out. And if it ends up going to trial or whatever it's going to be, I'm really, really interested in this entire case. So hey, Rachel, any chance to get the old format back? I loved the 45 to 60 minute show. Well, first of all, thank you for being here for so long because yes, it has been a minute since we've had the 45-minute to 60-minute show. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. A lot of our research has actually shown that these shorter shows are better and it just allows people to kind of take in the entire show. Most people can't dedicate 45 minutes to 60 minutes every single day to watch something. So the shorter shows allows people to still watch their favorite creators, but then you can come back and hopefully watch other shows as well. So probably no 45-minute to 60-minute show, unfortunately, but thank you for being around so long. And I really do appreciate it. And I hope you do like this show. It just really gives you everything that you need to know in a super fast fashion too, and allows me just to sit and talk with you guys for a little bit every single weekday morning. So I appreciate you for being here and thank you guys for all of your feedback as well. But that's going to do it for this Wednesday edition of Denver Sports Daily. Come hang out with myself and Will Peterson, 12 p.m. on Coffee Break. We're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets. So buckle up, everybody. The disappointment is still there. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.